Welcome, folks, the trailer that we've all been waiting for all this time. For the last 6 years, we could think of nothing else but this exciting movie. The sequel to the biggest movie of the century. Bigger than motion pictures themselves. Bigger than all of Charlie Chaplin's library combined. Frozen 2. This is a very, very, very exciting thing for one day, because that's how I felt about Frozen 1. I loved Frozen when it came out, and I was like, wow, this is a very, very cool animation. I actually enjoyed it for what it was at the time. I was shocked at how much I liked it. And then all the children liked it, and I was like, oh no, it's not going anywhere.
What have we done?
And the music just keeps playing on repeat on the radio.
Let it go!
That part I'm not looking forward to, but I'm looking forward to that 24-hour period before all the kids get to it. Let's check this out. Oh boy.
Wow, it's dark. I don't know what's going on.
Uh-oh.
What's she doing?
Go for a little dive in the ocean. Just a little swim.
Cool. Yeah!
I was just trying to overcome the wave. Before the trailer started, I didn't think about it very hard. I didn't think, what story could they explore here? Where could this go? Because, you know, they have had all these little spin-offs that they've done, including Frolof's Christmas adventure thingy, and I just thought it was going to be another one of those kinds of things where it was just an adventure around the castle or something simple. I didn't think of it being this big grand thing that they had to explore in order to follow it up, and I'm actually liking what they're doing here.
Like you, I was initially like, oh god, it's gonna just be another super cheesy thing. Because I think that Olaf trailer when we were at Coco was like such a shock. I was like,
truth be told, I walked out on that short film. Like, I didn't even watch it.
And then this, I'm like, wow, it's gone to this really dark place, which wasn't expected at all. And it seems to be really different from the first one, because the first one was kind of like a love story between siblings, right? And I'm not talking about incest. I'm talking about like
genuine love.
Love between two sisters who just want to make sure that the other one is okay. Then here it looks like why are
there's
you laughing?
There's a comment that says too fast, too frozen.
And it totally is though. But like it seems like there's some sort of danger or some threat to the kingdom, and now they all have to come together to basically save their kingdom.
I don't think it's going to be super dark. I think that it's initially appearing to be that way, but I don't think it's going to be super dark. Case in point, Cars 3. When that trailer first dropped, everyone thought it was going to be a much darker story because you see him spin out and his car flip out and get destroyed. But it was still a fun movie overall with a lot of comedy, a lot of levity throughout the movie. It had its serious moments, as Pixar films often do, and that's what makes them emotional and grounds them. So I imagine that with this, it's not Pixar, it's Disney, right? But Disney has the same kind of thing. Like in Wreck-It Ralph, it has its serious moments. Both Wreck-It Ralphs, they have very serious moments. Both Disney and Pixar, it's what makes them stronger stories that kind of get to your heart and, you know, like it tugs at your strings, your heartstrings.
Well, yeah, because there's like a very real threat. There's a very real conflict.
Right.
And so you have to step up to the plate in order to basically overcome it. This was so unexpected for me, and I'm actually really excited to see this now. I want to see where they take it.
What's nice about this is they're getting away from the first kingdom or whatever it is. Like, it may be because of what you're saying where they have to save their kingdom and that's why they're going on this adventure. I didn't know if it was just a personal endeavor, like she just wanted to overcome the ocean, like she wanted to be able to explore, and it looks like they're just going on this journey somewhere, and who knows for what or why. It probably has to do with saving their people or whatever. I mean, that makes the most sense just from using the first film as a jump off point. Either way, just the fact that they're getting away from that location, that setting, where they were before, makes me happy, because the short films, all the spin-offs were kind of caught up in just reliving that place.
Right.
And I like that it's an adventure. We're gonna meet new characters, see new things, and it's going to affect them in a particular way, and they have their responses to that. And I'm certain it's still going to have a whole bunch of levity that you saw in the first one. They're just kind of tricking you with this type of commercial where it's like super dark and she's struggling with that ocean thing, and I'm like, okay, I get this, I get the tricks. Like, I know what you're doing, Disney. I know what you're doing. So, but I anticipate like that's probably like near the middle of the film.
Yeah, I mean, it seems big, like the stakes are really high.
Yeah, I seriously doubt like that is the beginning of the movie. That's the hero loses it all moment and she's finally coming back from that. But it's good. It's like, you can see that she's really struggling with something, and what's great about that is you're making her character have challenges, right?
Yeah.
And having this thing to overcome is interesting because she just seems like kind of an invincible character, especially based on the first movie, where she could just create like these castles of ice and whatnot to isolate herself. But here she's actually struggling to deal with the ocean.
Yeah.
So she's not Moana.
You're welcome.
Speaking about the ocean though, that very first shot in the beginning when I didn't actually make out Anna on the beach, I was like, wait, this isn't an animation. The sea looked really, really good to me. It looked fantastic. I mean, I don't know if you've ever like stood on a beach when you've seen like a huge wave.
I've never seen a beach before.
Well, you're missing out.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good. And I mean, I don't know anything about animation, but it seems to me like making water look real, it can be something of a challenge.
Well, they've been doing it since Finding Nemo. They got that pat down. Or down pat. They
down.
They got that down pat. Water is one of those things that computer artists have been working on since the beginning, it seems like. Super Mario Sunshine, the GameCube video game, the water looks incredible in that, and that's a really old game.
Okay,
So,
well,
Wave Race for Nintendo 64. The water, even though it was 64-bit, looks pretty cool. They've been working on the motion of water and making it look more lifelike, for a long time. It's been so long since I saw the first film, but this shot where you see all those diamonds up in the air, like it's related to her magic, whatever that is. I thought that was a cool looking shot. It's neat. Disney has this one trick they always use, which is a lot of the same. Like in Lion King, when the stampede was coming, all those, what were those, elk? What were they?
No, they don't have elk in Africa. I think they were...
Whatever they were, whatever killed Mufasa, spoiler alert, it was a lot of that. Even like the beginning of the movie, you saw a lot of birds, a lot of animals.
Yes.
Like Disney has this thing where they impress you with just sheer numbers of stuff. In Mulan, when they were getting attacked in that snowy mountain, you just saw sheer numbers of soldiers coming down the mountain before she like created an avalanche.
Yes.
Here you're seeing a lot of diamond-shaped magic things.
Glowy things. ACHARA is impressed by glowy things.
It's kind of like Chinese lanterns, except not. And then following that, he's riding on the reindeer. That was a little funny.
Why? Santa does.
I know. It's just everything up to that point felt like very serious. And then it's like, and he's riding on reindeer. It just reminds me that that's why when you're like, oh, it's dark, I'm like, no, it's not. This is the moment that made me realize that this is gonna have a bunch of, comedy in it. Initially, I thought the story was something about saving Olaf. I thought that's what would happen. Like maybe Olaf got lost at sea or something or somehow got swept to another island and she has to, I don't know.
What? Like he just decided to go on a beach holiday and it went wrong. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, to be fair. That's totally on brand with Olaf.
Okay, look. This sweeping shot of the main characters does not include Olaf. So I imagine that the adventure has something to do with saving Olaf. It could be called Frozen 2, Saving Olaf. Or Frozen 2, Recovery of the Olaf character. Because that's a much more smooth title. Oh, there he is. Never mind.
Oh. Drat! There is no saving of Olaf. Actually, I take that back.
They could save him, but he just, they're gonna go back.
Well, it looks like the colors, maybe it's not spring because it's more red, so maybe it's autumn. But maybe something's happening. Maybe they can't survive when it's not winter. Who knows?
Or perhaps all the other humans in the world are causing global warming, and they're trying to figure out how to stop it.
OMG.
And, Olaf is dying because the Earth is dying.
Wow. That's deep.
It's on you, kids. Only you can prevent forest fires. Smokey. Okay, so.
I love that we've just broken down this 2-minute trailer, which didn't really give too much of the story away.
Well, what often happens with Disney trailers and Pixar trailers is that they show you stuff that is often not in the film. Like, the thing about Disney and Pixar is all the imagery you saw here, they could whip this up in a week, right? Like, they are powerful enough of a company that they can just create these images just to get you, just to generate excitement.
Right.
But the actual story, the actual movie may not have anything to do with this. Like, I still remember the first Incredibles trailer I ever saw had nothing to do with the movie. It was Mr. Incredible having a hard time getting his belt on, struggling to, as he moved around the room, sliding on the floor. He could not get his belt on, and then it popped off and broke stuff. I was waiting for that scene when I saw the movie, and I was very sorely disappointed when it never came. So if we don't have, a barefoot surfing scene in the Frozen 2 movie, I'm gonna walk out.
I'm gonna be sad. And also,
I'm gonna walk out during the credits.
Yeah.
Pissed off.
I want that scene. And I just also want to correct myself because I realized I went on tape and I said that was Anna and that's Elsa. ACHARA. I'm sure there's a bunch of comments going, ACHARA doesn't know crap.
I'm sure all the hardcore purists are gonna be so upset that you got their names mixed up. Because no one else ever mixes up their names. Everyone else is perfect.
I should stop reacting on videos.
You should just stop making movies.
Yeah.
We'll just create a concoction of poison for you because you can't get those names right.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Call it now. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed some of our stupid rant. And ACHARA KIRK, you can go find her on social media and put her under a firing squad for getting the names wrong. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.